So, second to last one is Sun Yellow, which most obviously is right here. And here's the swatch. And this is a fantastic canary yellow color. Really, really bright. For some reason, Sun Yellow along with, what are these ones? Tangerine, Aztec Gold, and Ice are the softest um, shadows in this palette. Not soft color-wise, but soft like texture-wise. Um, the other three that I mentioned broke, um, which is why they're soft. Fortunately, this one hasn't because I actually left the cap on. Um, and you have to be kind of careful when you're moving your brush over it, otherwise you're going to get a lot of fallout in the pan. Instead of sweeping on this one, I like to pat color onto it instead. And this one's extremely pigmented as well. It's probably the second most heavily pigmented shadow in this palette after the Cosmic Blue. So patting color onto it, a brush shouldn't be that much of a problem. This one's really great more for couture looks, or for doing, adding like a little bit of intensity to a normal day look. The way you could do that is by putting it more at the inner corner, like right here, and transitioning into a champagne. It's kind of fun. It brightens up a look, makes it a bit more cheery, a bit more like eye-catching, not quite so natural, obviously. This one's great with yellow, Jesus, yellow eyes, blue eyes. Also, if you've ever seen the music video for Telephone by Lady Gaga and Beyonce, this would be a really, really great color if you ever have any want to sort of emulate Beyonce's eyeshadow look during the diner scene. This one is shimmery, while hers in that scene was matte, but perfectly acceptable. I could definitely see someone doing that. A good way to tone that down and maybe make it a bit more wearable is do a thick black liner in a cat eye shape with a nice flick at the end along the upper lash line, and then just a very, very thin line of this right above that following the exact same line. I could see someone wearing that. Definitely not for like an office job, maybe some restaurant jobs. But even just going out during the day, that could probably be done. I could see that. So that's about it for this shade. And then the last shade we're going to talk about is Cosmic Violet, which if I can get the lid off, I will show you. And it's right there. And here's the swatch. And this is probably my least favorite shade in the entire palette. I don't know if maybe I just got a dud, but this one's really hard texture-wise. The pigmentation isn't that great. The staying power isn't fantastic. I mean, it looked better, surprisingly. This doesn't really happen, but it looked better on camera when I showed you the swatch than it does in real life. But for some of you, that might not be such a bad thing. I mean, I have really high standards for especially eyeshadows, but also blushes, any other type of makeup, because a lot of what I work with is for photography, and for that to show up, if you don't want the person to have to do a lot of Photoshop editing, you need really, really heavy pigments, especially working under hot lights and in intense conditions where stuff will fade really quickly, even with a primer. Also stage, I mean, stage you need to like pack it on. You need that pigment just to be incredible for it to even show up if anyone's sitting more than a couple rows back. But for real life application, this might be kind of nice. It's almost like a darker, slightly more purpley cranberry shade, which could be great for going into this holiday season. Cranberry, cherry, a lot of those types of berry shades are really big this season. This could be a fantastic sheer wash across your eyelid, the entire lid. Maybe just like with a black or a softer dirt brown, chocolate brown line that's like smudged out into it. I could also see it, if you read my blog, I was talking about kind of like the Ice Princess look, where you could layer it over a lid with a little bit of silver for just a bit of sparkle and punch. So maybe try it. Again, it's not one of the shades I think you need to purchase at all. Absolutely not necessary to anyone's palette. I think there are nicer and more heavily pigmented, more, it's not chalky, just nicer shadows out there in this shade family. It's not a standout. But if you are going to get this palette, I definitely think it's something that you could use. It's not something that you should just chuck out. That's about it. I'm going to wrap it up. I have like 3 seconds left. And I'll be doing another video soon on my thoughts about the palette as a whole. And until then, have a great night. Bye!